Hello, my crafty friends. It's Crystal with Happy to Plan. I am going to be doing my one little word for April. So if you don't know what one little word is, it's basically something that Allie Edwards created to document a specific word or phrase that you feel you kind of need to focus on for the year. So my word this year is engage, because I feel like specifically at the beginning of the year that I'd really had just kind of through COVID and just all the things kind of disengaged from a lot of things that were making me happy, that made me happy, that gave me joy. And this year was all about re-engaging and getting back to living life. So I created this book. I do have video for the setup of this book, as well as January, February, and March's different things. So if you want to look at that, the video, the link to the playlist will be down below. So this month is April. For April was my birthday month, and I decided that I wanted to use the prompt that's in her collection. So what I did was I purchased the downloadable one little word download, I don't know. And she had different prompts in there. So what I did was I took each of the prompts and I printed them on vellum paper and then just inserted them into the book for each month. So since this month was my birthday month, I thought interviews would be a great way to kind of engage my family and friends in this process. And so that's what I did. So I have a couple of things here that I want to do for this particular month. And I am working out of a pretty small little journal or a little book here. This came from Felicity Jane. That shop is no longer in business, which I'm really sad about, because I mean, this thing is just beautiful to me, and it's really great quality. So what I've been doing for each of the months is I've been putting in a picture of myself, and then doing, obviously the prompt and things like that. So for this month, so I have these cards. These cards came from Elle Studios. I have these cards from 2022. I obviously didn't use them. So since I didn't use them, I've decided to go ahead and use them in this book. And the way that I'm doing that is, you can see, like for March, I just covering the calendar with a picture of myself. So for each month I've been taking a photo of myself. So I'll just show you those. So for April, I do have the photo. I didn't print it out, so I don't have the photo right now, but I will put a photo there to indicate that. And then I also have these little cards from Elle Studios as well that have the currentlies. So I have been doing those as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. I went ahead and wrote those up. So, and then on this other sheet, what I wanted to do is I have these two cards. Honestly, they probably came from Elle Studios, because that's where a lot of my journaling cards came from, where I'm going to write in some of the information regarding the interviews that I had with my family. So my mom and a really close friend of our family went to a restaurant, and I asked them a little question. So I'm just going to take notes on what we talked about. I can't remember. I need to find the date. I know it's in my planner somewhere, so I need to find the date. And then up here, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do up there yet. I'm still thinking that through. And then the other one I did was for my sister. Me and her talked on Zoom. So I think, or not Zoom, FaceTime. So I think I'm going to go ahead and write notes on those two things. So I have the notes in my phone. So I'll just write those notes in, and then I will show that to you at the end of the video. But what I want to do for this portion of the video is what I thought it would be fun, because kind of the way that I have it set up is I have my cover sheet with the date on it, and then I have my picture, my currently, and then, you know, stuff that goes with the prompt. And then I'm kind of adding in an additional, I have an additional piece here that I'm adding in. And what I'm doing is I'm doing highlights for each of the month. So what I'm going to do for May is I'm going to look in my planner. So let's go ahead and pull my planner over here. So if you don't know, I also do Pine With Me videos pretty much every week. So I'm going to kind of go through and look at all of the things that I did this month and kind of decide which things I would consider being my highlights. Now, oh, I have May in here and it's not May, it's March. Do I have March in the May spot? Yes, I have them in the wrong spot. Oh, I'm glad I noticed that. Let me pull March's out and put May's in the right spot. Okay, so March. So again, this is April's, I'm doing April, but the way that it works is April's is here and this will sit, this sits right here. So it kind of, because generally I like to try to do these videos during the month that it actually is. So in April, I should have done this video, but I didn't get a chance to do it. So then usually what I do is then in April, I will go back and look at all of March's stuff and then make the highlights then. I haven't been able to do that for April, but we're doing it now. So that's all that matters. So here is my planner for starting in March. So this was February to March. So I'm just going to go ahead and write down a few things. Okay, so I'm just going to note them on a piece of paper and then I'll write them on that piece after I kind of decide which ones I'm going to do. So this particular one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 highlights. So I will just write down 8 different things and then kind of decide which things I want to include. So then basically what I do is I just kind of look through my book. Oh, the junk hunt. Definitely want to include that. That was super fun. Me and my sister and a couple of friends of ours went to this like little vintage junk hunt. It was like a big, huge like warehouse thing with a bunch of vendors. So it was really fun. So that was 3, 4. So I'll do
that. Let's see. So I had a crafty day with my friends on 3/11. Oh, and then the girls' night out. That was so me, my sister, and my mom all went to dinner and did a little shopping, I think, in that day. Let's see. Oh, I finished my travel journal. Let's write that down. I had a travel journal because I went to Washington. I went to Seattle and Tacoma in February, so I did a journal for that. So travel journal, and that was 3/18. I really like how this one turned out. Okay, I had a game day. Let's write that down. And that was on 3/25. Okay, so let's go back. So I need 3 more. So April starts here, so anything before that. Let's see. I'll do dinner with Mom on 3/23. Oh, I did a date on 3/25. Oh wait, so this was 3/26. Okay. And then I got my car repaired. I'm gonna do that car repair on
3/21. Okay. Okay, so now that I went through and I looked at all of my planner and I figured out the highlights for that month, put this aside. So I'm just going to go ahead and write these all down. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Make sure I put them in order. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and write these all down, and then I will come right back. All right, so I got all of those written down. So what I'm going to do next is just to add in an additional thing for April, is I want to document kind of what my daily routine is right now with the different, just kind of what my daily routine is. So I have a couple of different things here. So I have this little daily routine card. I do want it to fit within this little pocket. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take out the highlights for April. And then I'm going to, this is a Studio Calico, came from a Studio Calico journaling journaling book. So they have like Traveler's Notebook books. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this and I'm going to just cut it to the size of this little journaling card here. And then, so I'm going to figure out the spacing first before I do that. Okay, so I have these little pieces, came from a hourly happy planner that I have that I actually didn't end up using the hourly part. So I'm like, well, I might as well use these. And I technically don't need, I cut it out with the hours on both sides, but I technically don't need the hours on both sides. So I think what I'll do is I'll just make it fit kind of like this. And then my thought process is I have these cute little journal cards with twos, but it has the date stuff on here. So what I was thinking was cutting this out. Let's go ahead and just do it. So what I think I'm going to do, let me cut it just a little bit shorter. I was thinking about putting this like right here. And then I'm going to cut another one. Yeah, I'll have to make it a little shorter, but okay, so that'll work. So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this and I'm going to circle this. So I'm going to put Monday, Thursday, Wednesday, Friday. So I'm going to put this here to indicate that it's Monday through Friday. And then I'm going to cut another one and circle Saturday and Sunday. So this will be like kind of like my weekend and then my weekday. And then I'm going to have this up at the top. So let me trim that. And then I kind of like this little right now. So maybe I'll trim this a little bit on the side. Okay, so like a lot of information to fit on this one little piece of paper, but I think I'm going to get it to work. I think I'm going to be able to work it the way I want it to. So let's go ahead and what I think I'm going to do, I don't really want to glue this down and make it permanent because I still have to write in April. So I'm just going to go ahead and trim this up. Maybe I do want to put this on there and then back it up with something. Let me trim this a little bit more. I feel like I don't have to use that big piece. Because I have these that I could use. These are little labels from the Dollar Tree. I kind of like the little point at the end. Or if I could use that. Let's do that. Let's glue this. And then I'm gonna take this and kind of just trim around it. And then I could put these here. And then I'll have this right here. Okay, yeah, I like that. And then let me cut this other one out. All right, so let me go ahead and write down what my daily routine is. And then we'll get all this kind of put together. So I'm gonna write down my daily routine and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got my March highlights done. So I'll put this back in there. And then I have my April, and so this goes in here. So I went ahead and printed my picture. That was of Easter. I took a picture. And then I went ahead and put in my currentlies. I did my currentlies. So right now I am loving working. I'm eating Subway roast beef sandwiches. Actually, that sounds really good right now. I might actually order that. And then I'm doing some notification things at work. I'm watching Planning with Elise. Like, I'm obsessed with her videos. And then listening for April was people saying happy birthday, and then creating lots of videos. I did lots of videos in April. And then, so that was that. And then I went to dinner, and like I said, with my mom and her friend, and I wrote down some of the stuff they talked about. I think I'm going to add, so I put this little quote up here at the top that just says, just enjoy where you are right now. Thought was appropriate for kind of some of the advice they gave me. I have these stickers that are like little stitches. And I thought it would be cute, since this kind of has like a little stitch pattern to it, to add a little stitch pattern over here. So you may notice that I have a little different background on my background. So this is several days later that I am doing this video. So just full transparency. And then I also wrote some stuff that me and my sister talked about in regards to some of the questions. So some of the questions I asked, like, you know, what does engaged mean to you? Like, what does it mean to be engaged? When do you feel most engaged? And then any advice for me. So those were the questions that I asked in like my interview that I did with them. So that was fun to do that. So this is going to go right here on the front with that. And then I have the interview, and then I have this, and I have my little routine thing. So I don't think I'm actually going to put the Saturday and Sunday. As I thought through, I just didn't want to do that. So I'm going to put this here. Actually going to glue this on because I want it to kind of line up right. And I think I just decided that I didn't want to do that. I just decided that I'm only going to do the weekdays. So I'm just going to take the little weekday thing that I made. And then I really want to, come on, come here. I really want to put this little loving this right now, because I'm really loving my job right now. But I kind of want to put it on the over on the side, but I kind of feel like I don't know where I want to put it. You know what? Actually, maybe I want to move this over. Okay. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move this over. And then if I put this here, I can put this over here. Okay. Yeah, I like that idea. Can I scoot this over a little bit more? Okay. Okay. So I can't just put this down because you're not going to be able to see it. So let's yeah, there we go. And this has a little plastic on it. Is it on the back or the front? Oh, maybe it's on the back. Oh, it's on the back. Okay. I'm just going to run it through my Xyron sticker maker. Okay. So I think this will be kind of cool to be able to like look back on in like a year from now to see if I'm still kind of have the same kind of schedule. Okay. Okay, I like that. Let's see if there's this little heart right here too. Just to add a little something, something. All right, so then this is gonna go in here, and this the April highlights will go in behind it. Oops. Come on. This will go in the front. And this will go right here. So that was it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I will see you again next time.